What's up, guys? You're watching 2-Bit Geek. I'm TJ, your host. As you probably already know, DC's New 52 has begun. For better or worse, the events of Flashpoint have cleared the way for a brand new relaunched DC universe, and I'm pretty excited about it. I know a lot of people are upset because, the DC comics of their era has been wiped away, and people feel like, the stories they read don't matter anymore, which isn't necessarily true. But a lot of people are angry about it. I personally am excited. As much as I love DC Comics, there's no way I'm going to be able to delve into the back issues of 60 and 70 years ago to see where a lot of these characters first met and interacted, where it all got started. And this is a way for me to do that. It's a way for DC to remind people, how these characters came together. And not only that, but put a kind of a modern spin on it and kind of update the settings and, of course, the costumes, which is its own controversy I won't touch today. But diving right in, Justice League #1. Now, I'm not a huge Justice League reader. I'll pick it up here and there. But when I saw that Geoff Johns and Jim Lee were going to be working together on this, I did get pretty excited because I'm a fan of Jim Lee's art. Geoff Johns, he has his ups and downs, but I mainly enjoy his writing. So the two of them collaborating for the first time on Justice League was pretty exciting, and I think it's going to pay off for us. If you've seen some of the previews that have kind of cropped up, you probably already know that Justice League #1 kind of centers on Batman and Green Lantern. Batman's working a case, of course, as he always does, and Green Lantern kind of drops by Gotham, following up a lead on the same situation. So this is the interaction of those characters for the very first time, which is at the same time kind of weird and also kind of cool to see just how these personalities and dynamics get started. But the main part of the comic does just concern those two. The whole Justice League does not appear in this issue. I've already seen some complaining about that online, but that's not really a big deal to me. This is probably a better way to go, I think. It's obviously going to be the story of how the Justice League comes together. This story is set about 5 years in the past of whatever the current DC timeline is. So it's kind of a good way to go for me. I really didn't want to see, 7 people talking together in a meeting room as the relaunch of a new universe. It kind of starts with the action, which I think is good. Overall, Justice League was a pretty good read. I would advise against basing your whole opinion on the New 52 on one comic, but I really did enjoy Jim Lee's art. It's fun to see him take on the Justice League. There's some good action moments, some humor. So I think this is going to be cool, the beginning of a good story. And they also do tease the next issue, so minor spoiler here, mute your computer or whatever you're watching on right now if you don't want to know. But at the end of the issue, they do encounter Superman, and I think his new costume looks pretty cool. I don't miss the red underwear on the outside of his pants at all. So the next issue is called Batman vs. Superman, so that should be fun to read. Spoilers in here. But anyway, that's my 2 bits on Justice League. Do leave a comment below, and if you read it, let me know what you thought, if you loved it, if you hated it, or maybe you're just waiting for a different title before you jump on board with the New 52. I'd love to hear from you. As always, if you like this video, please do follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, or just subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.